Hey everyone, today we are going to talk a little bit about the Wi-Fi and technology on board the MSC Meraviglia. We just finished an MSC Meraviglia cruise from Brooklyn down to Port Canaveral in the Bahamas and back, and we experienced some difficulties, let's say, with the Wi-Fi and technology. Let's get into it. Howdy y'all, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for coming to check us out. We are a travel agency trying to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation. Today we're talking all about the technology on board the MSC Meraviglia. We've been on the Meraviglia twice. We were on the Meraviglia in April of 2023 and then now in December of 2024. Here's what I will say. When we were on the ship in April of 2023, I found the internet to be pretty reliable, no major issues. It worked very well, all good. Both times I had the streaming package, so there is a base package and then there is a higher level streaming package. Generally, we do the streaming package as we work a little bit while we're on these cruises, if we have to book some cruises, which we did this time. Just whatever work needs to be done, we just try to keep the internet going. I also use it to check in on my parents, that type of stuff, respond to emails, the whole 9 yards. So let's start at the beginning. We get on the ship. I had purchased one device for myself. AJ went as well. We purchased a device. We purchased one device for her as well, for her computer, and my phone, generally speaking. When we got on the ship, I decided, since it looked like we were going to have a little more hands-on work to do, I purchased another device. If you don't know, on MSC, when you purchase the internet, you are locked to the device that you are using, the MAC address of whatever device it is you're using, so you can't switch it like you can on the other cruise lines, which is slightly annoying, and hopefully they'll change that at some point. However, nonetheless, I purchased it for another device. I brought my laptop, which I use on almost every cruise that I go on, and it would not connect. We connected to the Wi-Fi, it would not connect to the internet. So we kept trying. It wouldn't let us use Chrome, it wouldn't let us use Edge, it wouldn't let us use Safari. None of the browsers that we tried pretty much everything. So we went down to the photo place where the help is for the internet. They were unable to resolve it, so I just decided we'll get a second one for AJ. We'll share a computer. We'll figure it out. So that's what we did. We had tons of issues the whole cruise using Google Chrome and Google products. I didn't have any issue when we got off the ship, so it wasn't like Google had an outage or anything like that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But so it just was awful. It was an awful experience. It kept not working to get to certain places. It would take forever to connect to certain things, which is not my experience in like the last year or so on cruises. Usually the internet on certain cruise lines, NCL being not as good as Royal, the internet is usually pretty standardly okay, right? None of them are great still. It's not like being at home. But most of them you can use. I can get my email, I can send text messages, sending pictures and stuff, not great, but I can do FaceTime a little bit. You can do some Google Meet if you have to. Certain things like that, as long as you have the streaming package. This was brutal. There were text messages I was trying to send that weren't going through. Email was really slow. I had to reboot my phone a bunch of times. So I don't know, for whatever reason, the internet was not great on this cruise. Could have been a factor of something going on there. There were pretty much a very small amount of kids on this cruise. It was the week after Thanksgiving. So that Thanksgiving week, they had 5,400 guests on board, like 1,200 kids. On our cruise, there was only about 4,300 people, so about 1,100, 1,200 less than the week before, and not a ton of kids, which, you know, kids 12, let's say 12 to 30, we'll categorize younger people, generally use a ton of the bandwidth, right? Because they're on TikTok or YouTube or whatever they're doing, streaming Netflix, whatever. That wasn't the case. So it doesn't really make any sense why the internet wasn't great, but who knows, right? It wasn't great. So that is our experience. Otherwise, the technology around the ship is pretty good. The app itself is pretty good. It's not great. It's not great off the ship before you get on board. There's not a whole lot you could do in the app there. It's not as bad as Carnival pre-cruise. I don't like Carnival's app pre-cruise at all. Again, Royal Caribbean, kind of the gold standard there. The new NCL app, actually pretty nice as well. Haven't used it a ton yet. But once you get on the ship, the Carnival app, I think, is excellent. The MSC app is just, they're lagging behind on that part of technology. So it's not great. It's okay. It works. It functions. It's fine, but it's not great. So the experience there was just blah. The technology on board the ship that they use for the Cirque Lounge, where they do the carousel shows, the carousel lounge there, and the technology they use in all their production shows and everything is wonderful. They have some really cool LED effects, a whole bunch of cool things going on with technology. The dome in the Galleria, the promenade area there, is spectacular. So otherwise, everything was good with the technology, just the internet was not great on this particular voyage. Could have been a one-off. Like I said, we've been on it twice. It was very good the last time we were on there. That's it. I just wanted to give you a brief kind of synopsis. If you do work when you get on a cruise or you need the internet, look, here's what I say every time. Every time I do these videos, somebody comments and says, just shut off your phone and enjoy your vacation. I'm not on vacation. I'm working. Other people are working and traveling as well. It's 2024. You could do a lot of different things now. And some people just need the internet to be able to check in on people and follow up on things and make sure life is going well, right? It's a different time. So if you don't use your phone or the internet while you're on a cruise, this isn't for you. If you do work or you need the internet for any reason on your cruise, I just like to give you a heads up. Our experience wasn't great on this particular sailing. But again, take it with a grain of salt and check it out when you get on board. Leave some comments below. Let me know if you've been on Meraviglia recently, how you thought the internet was. Generally speaking, on MSC, I find the internet to be good to very good. So let me know what you think. Thanks so much, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful holiday season. And we will see you later. Happy cruising. Bye.